Hello everyone, this is Antoine Walton, Mr. Real Estate New England, and I would like you all to tune into our Business Masterminds podcast. We have somebody here that has been in credit for repair for how long? For 3 years. She's been all around the United States. I know she's about to hit overseas coming soon. But yeah, she's dominated Maine so far, I know of. She's been Boston, she's been to Texas, Florida,
Beach,
Virginia Beach,
Puerto Rico.
So you've been, well, that's still the States too. When did you did go to Puerto Rico. I remember.
Actually led a national expansion there last year, and we actually went back in June of this year to kind of wrap things up, pour some more information and knowledge into our people that are over there on the island, and really just offer hope and make an impact.
Make an impact. Okay, out there, because they definitely have a lot of things going on in Puerto Rico, but it's all the same, though. Credit repair is credit repair. Doesn't matter where you are. It's nationwide, around the world. Everybody using this Fair Isaac system, man. And I'm wondering, who is Fair Isaac and where is he at? Because this
that
guy,
FICO score is like, wow, powerful number, isn't it?
Yeah. So what is this FICO score? I mean, I kind of know, but for my audience, some of them may not know what a FICO score is. Can you elaborate?
Absolutely. So the way that the FICO score is actually calculated, it breaks down into a few different segments. So 35% of that actually is going to be your on-time payment history. So when you think about it, you really want to pay your bills on time. 35%, that's over a third of your credit score right there. Now, 30% of it, believe it or not, is actually your credit utilization. So let's say you've got, for example, basic math, you've got a $1,000 credit limit on a credit card.
Okay.
You really only have $300 to spend.
Yeah.
So once you've gone up over that 300, that 30% is creeping up, right? So once you've hit 31%, your credit score is going to drop because your utilization has increased. So it looks like you're a little bit more desperate for credit those days. Now, lenders obviously base decisions on that. So with that being 30% of your score, it's quite an impact. You definitely never want to leverage too much of your credit. You want to be using just enough. A way to kind of avoid that, though, is just by simply calling your credit card company and asking for that increase. If you've been on time, you can ask for an increase. Okay. Chances are you're going to get it.
Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people run from the higher credit limit. They like, I need to just stay in this 3% of my limit.
Yes.
And if I don't do it, I'm going to die.
Right. When really there's so many ways around it. There really is. And then another 10% of your score is new credit. 10% of your score is types of credit. A lot of people don't realize, but there is two types of credit. There's actually an installment loan credit, where, like, let's say you're going in and you're purchasing a home, you would do, getting a mortgage, that's going to be more of installment credit. Whereas revolving credit, and that's what is really going to help affect your score and bring that up, you want to have positive trade lines and revolving credit. Yeah. So not really revolving debt per se, but revolving credit. Have some credit cards. It's okay to have an emergency card set aside for gas at the end of the week while you're waiting on that paycheck or whatnot. Yeah. But be responsible with it.
Yeah, so because being responsible, that is the whole exact thing. If you're not disciplined in your spending, because most people don't use money as a tool, they just use it, abuse it.
It. That's exactly right.
Yeah, in order to build wealth, you can't. You got to tell your money exactly what
you want it to do for you.
Because if you don't tell your money what to do, it's going to do whatever it want to do.
It's so true.
You would spend $30,000 on going out to eat.
And not even realize it in a year. That adds up. But you know what they say?
You be a fool.
You spend like they're broke, and they save. They save their money, and they actually make investments wisely, which is why they stay rich. But then you've got broke people. They want to spend like they're rich to impress their friends when they really don't have it, and they save the little bit that's left.
Yeah.
So the rich, they're really doing it the opposite. We just got to change our mindset. We've got to strap down and be more disciplined. And like you said, we've got to direct our money. Where do we want it to go? Put the money to work for you.
Yeah, because you just explained in that circle, in that pie, in your 30%, the 35%, and 15, 10, 10 and 10. So you just explained that system, but most people do not use their mind. mind to really tap into that. They're like, I don't need to hear that. I do what I do.
That one payment slide for a month, especially Christmas. We see it happen in December every year. Credit scores are dropping.
Yeah.
They let one thing go. That's 35% of your score. Now it doesn't matter you paid on time for 5 years. You missed that one payment. You shot right back down. So it's crazy, but it really does make such an impact in your score.
So credit restoration, that's what's needed. And we have the company is...
So I'm actually with Financial Education Services, which happens to be a marketing firm for a 501(c) nonprofit, United Credit Education Service. These people are the top leaders in the financial industry. Okay. There's really nothing that they can't dispute for you. So if there's something that's erroneous, obsolete, or derogatory, it's been hanging out too long and non-verifiable on any of your 3 credit reports, we can most definitely challenge that for you and get it removed.
And there's a difference in FES than other credit repairs. Like you look on some different things, they have their own in-house. I'm not saying that they don't work, but you guys are credited by the Better Bureau Business.
We actually are the only ones in the industry today that held an A+ rating and accreditation with the Better Business Bureau. We've done that for 15 years strong, so definitely standing on a solid platform.
Yeah.
What I would say that is more different about this company than any other is we are not a credit repair company. We're actually a financial education company. So we're here to offer knowledge, just share information, really educate, especially the youth. So would you agree that if we would have had this education as scholars in high school, we probably would have went into the world making better choices?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we probably would have, I would have. I mean, to get that education, because I'm an entrepreneur, we look at money different. I mean, I was explaining to a guy the other day, like, you could, like, on the internet, like, we have this now. If I would have had the internet back when I was young.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my.
Right, what we could have done. We could have already been billionaires. Bill Gates.
Would have been had the money. Been had it. And so I told this guy, like, on the internet, there's free stuff on Craigslist that you could just take the free stuff and put it on Marketplace on Facebook and then sell it.
Yes.
That's
and the
free.
Same photos and everything.
The same photos.
Isn't that crazy? Leverage. It all goes back to leveraging.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset. A lot of people don't understand that. So with this, you just explained credit repair. You just credit restoration. You just told us how to expand our credit limit in order for our scores to even go up. I'm sure your score would go up if you had more money to leverage. And in real estate, you have to leverage and you have to have credit. If you don't, you don't have to have credit, but it's more easier to build a stronger foundation with it. And it's the easier route. Why not fix something? Right. Why not do it? Why not be disciplined? It just makes sense. Having good credit means you're disciplined.
Absolutely. And people judge you by that credit score. They do. That says whether or not, you really are a responsible person or not. That is how a bank is going to judge you, is based on your credit score. And when you think about it, that credit score becomes the pulse of your financial future. It's going to determine where you live, what you pay to live, whether it be in the interest rates or insurance premiums. And really, I mean, even what you drive or down to your career these days, we have employers who are pulling credit scores. Yeah. If all these people are interested in your score, well, why aren't we? I think it's definitely time that we take an interest in our own score, especially if we do want to meet these goals, we do want to buy properties, we do want to invest. Like you said, it's so much easier if you can just leverage your credit. When you think about it, all credit really is other people's money.
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want to buy a property with somebody else's money? I do.
You have the most amazingest thing when you have good credit. But some people would take their credit score and frame it, and then do nothing with it. I have a 700 credit score. And they be like, yeah, I got a 700 credit score, but I got no money in the bank.
But that's 700 credit scores with $1 million.
They don't know exactly what to do with it.
They don't.
So they have and some people have a credit score, so they go to the bank to get a real estate loan, but then they're going about it the wrong way, so they get denied. They have a 700 credit score and get denied.
They're not sure what to ask for.
Because their income, they don't get approved. They get approved for $50,000, and they're like, oh, I got $50,000. That's not enough to go and buy my home. you still buy a home. You just gotta find it and be creative about it.
That's right.
You don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to leverage that, like you said, to get $500,000 with that 700 credit score.
Absolutely.
But you gotta know. You gotta get the education. So I say, even with credit restoration, you have to get educated on what to do. If you don't know what you don't know, how you know?
That's so true. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, I mean, like, so you're gonna keep living with that damaged credit score, waiting 7 years. 7 years is gonna go by. Life is gonna happen.
7 to 10 even. 7 to 10. They're gonna give it that 10-year mark. You know they are. Well, I heard 7 to 10. Maybe in another 3.
Yep. They're not gonna, but the same people would go to the casino.
Oh, yeah.
And spend all their money on it and not fix their credit. You have to fix your credit. I mean, at some point, or and
to be honest, credit restoration is so much more affordable than bad credit. It really is. People don't realize, but we're not just paying higher interest rates. We're paying up front. You have to pay, sometimes if you turn it on utilities, they want a security deposit on that. That only happens if you have poor credit. Same thing if you're going to add a line to a cell phone bill. They want a deposit. That only happens if you have poor credit. I've never paid a deposit to turn on a utility. I've never paid a deposit to turn on a cell phone. Why? Because my score is over 700. A lot of people don't realize also that even with car insurance or homeowners, you're paying up to 60% higher in premiums based on your credit report. You really are.
Wow.
So it's definitely more expensive, between the interest rates, the premiums, the security deposits. If you think about it, you could have just spent a couple $100 and resolved the issues. I mean, to be honest with you, bad credit happens to good people every day. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. But to hold on to that credit score and do nothing, well,
that's your own fault.
Now you can be embarrassed.
Yep. And if you're listening to this podcast, you got no excuse.
None.
What is your excuse?
Excuses can't be deposited, so let's just get them out the way.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to do something. Like I said, knowledge is the new money. You get you some.
Yes.
So I want to thank everybody for still watching this podcast. We're not done yet. We're just going to take a small break, and we'll be back.